So this is like a cute miniature version of an old school setup. MPC sample is our sampler, and it's just a sampler, not a full-blown workstation with a million features. A portable turntable, although this one is pretty bad. I bought it for like, I don't know, 20 euro, so it's pretty crazy that it even works, and the stylus surely needs to be replaced because it sounds like crap, honestly. And I also have some cheap records to sample from. And to complete this miniature pseudo old school setup, I'm using the ESI X synth with some custom presets that I made on it, just to add some bass lines and keys. And after I show you the beat making process on the MPC, we're gonna move over to Ableton Live to hear the completed track. So I made 2 beats with this setup, and I wanted to use MPC sample a bit more before making a review video, and also the comparison with Ableton Move that many of you wanted to see. And honestly, using this MPC has been both refreshing and challenging, as it's not really the best fit for my style of production, but I think I made it work. And getting out of your comfort zone actually can help refresh your perspective and spark new ideas. Although this doesn't mean you should be constantly buying new gear, as I discussed in my first MPC sample video. So the first record I sampled was by Heatwave, No Half Stepping. It's a pretty famous track from the 70s, and I thought this bridge part would work well. I first trimmed the part that I wanted to use. 4 bars was plenty. Chopped it into 16 parts and adjusted the starting points so that the slices begin exactly where the drums hit. And I also used the time stretch, which sounded okay this time because the sample unit needs to be stretched too far from the original BPM. And there wasn't much bass in the sample because of the crappy stylus, but I also applied a high-pass filter, just in case. Since I was using the time stretch, I was able to pitch the sample down 2 semitones without changing the tempo. So then I recorded my sample chops. Obviously, with such a crappy turntable, I would worry about the sample being recorded out of tune, but I managed to tune it by changing the pitch on the turntable. And obviously I did that before recording it. So when I recorded my bass line, it sounded in tune. And a lead. So I thought it sounded cool, but honestly, I had no idea what to do with it, so I started another beat with a different sample. So this is a different project, and I laid down a different drum part using again the stock samples that come with MPC sample. And I also wanted to experiment with adding some live shaker using the built-in mic. I pitched it down and turned it down a bit, so it provided some nice thickness to the drum part without sticking out. And for this one I sampled a record by guitarist Earl Klugh. And this one was just begging to be sampled. It just needed to find the sweet spot for the chops, which took a bit of time because there were no drums to guide me. But eventually I found a pattern that could work. And then from Xsynth, I added a bass line and a lead using the same presets that I used on the previous beat. So surprisingly, this one was shaping up to be kind of a West Coast vibe. You probably wouldn't expect this from this sample. And I also added this piano line, which I thought worked actually quite well. And so then it was time to transfer the project into Ableton Live on the computer to continue working on the idea. And in the comment section of my previous video, several people suggested that instead of actually syncing the sequencers and tracking the parts into Ableton Live, I could just resample the parts I want to transfer to Live, and they will be in the project folder on the SD card. And this really works well to bypass the MIDI sync issues, so this is the method that I used this time. So thanks to everyone who commented on that video and gave some tips on how to do this more efficiently. In Live, I recorded some variations to the last bar of the bass line so it doesn't repeat the same part over and over again. So the MPC is cool for creating some loops, but for adding variations, I mean, it's possible, but I would prefer to do it in the DAW. It's just much more comfortable. Also, I add another lead part. Some piano chords for more depth. Some muted guitar to underline that West Coast feel. Also some vocal chops with a telephone effect, and generally had to do quite a lot of mixing to get it sounding nice and crisp. So let's hear the final result. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this, or if you're buying any new gear, you can use the affiliate links in the video description. It would help support the channel at no extra cost to you. Or you can get one of my sound packs. These are also linked in the video description down below. Or you can watch another sampling session on MPC sample right here. Or if you prefer to see me flip samples on Ableton Move, click here and I'll see you later.